Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to season 3 of Throat Punch Monday. I'm your host, Len, aka Pacific Tita. I'm joined with Erica, Mark, and Uni.
What's up?
Uni, where are you?
I'm at Sam's Club.
You're at Sam's Club. You good?
trying to bulk shop for our trip.
That's funny.
Does anybody need me to get any liquor while I'm inside of the liquor store?
Yes.
Hey, so I'm gonna bring a whiskey
and some hydration.
yes.
Oh yeah, we need water. Then I like Fireball.
Oh God,
Don't judge me.
No, I had my fun with that before I joined the military, so I'm good.
So
it's gonna be like the fucking Jersey Shore house. I just want to let y'all know.
Yes.
It's gonna be so fucked.
So I saw this post on Facebook. It was this lawyer, and he has funny posts, and he goes, "If you accidentally married somebody during your Fireball era, hit me up." I'm like, my era's never ended yet.
Oh my God. See, I was only like, it's so funny because everybody's like, "Oh my God, Fireball this, Fireball that." I'll drink it, and I'm like looking at them like,
it burns.
Hey, if you don't want your shot, get that motherfucker to me.
Yeah,
burns too much.
I mean, I like tequila.
I think I became boozy with my alcohol. Like I like my boozy stuff now.
It is noisy.
It sounds like a toilet.
Yeah, I know.
It's the buggies. It's the buggies of the other people shopping.
Guys,
that was like she's taking a shit right now. What the fuck?
How do we know each other? Tell the audience. Tell our audience, how do we know each other?
So IW Fort Walton, and of course, I mean, when you're a veteran, you obviously like to network with other veterans. So I mean that, but I think everybody here on this little, deal, like everybody's cool as fuck, like, and that's what I love about like the brotherhood and shit like that. It's just like, as long as everybody's chill, like we're always like family. It's like we've known each other for years, even though we just met like 3 weeks ago.
Dude, you disappeared. You disappeared on the last day.
3 weeks ago? Dang, it feels longer.
Yeah, Mark. Remember, we were like, "Oh my God, where the fuck is Mark?" He disappeared.
He was at the strip club.
It was doing
I just remember going to strip club. I go to the strip club and I get like shit faced.
He just disappeared for like a whole day and night. He didn't show back up for like not until like what, Sunday afternoon. He didn't show back up.
Yeah, I was like blowing him up. I was blowing him up. I was like, "Dude, where are you? What the hell?" We just wanted to make sure you were alive.
I was so fucked up, man. Like y'all should have said, "Nah, don't go," and I still fucking walked to the strip club. I got offered a DJ job at the fucking strip club.
Did you really?
Funny. I swear to God, I did, because it was like, I go up to the manager. I was like, "Dude, it's kind of slow here." He goes, "Oh, well, no, we do great." I was like, "Where?" Like, and I'm drunk, so I'm like, just kind of talking shit, nonchalant, and he starts picking it up. He's like, "Well, where are you from?" I was like, "I'm from Houston, like the strip club fucking capital right now."
Oh, for sure. Mm-hmm.
And he goes, "Oh yeah." So he starts talking to me and whatnot. I was like, "Look, I used to DJ in this motherfucker, so I know what I'm doing, And I was like, my buddy used to run them, so I was like, I used to kind of like help out. And so I just remember just drinking. And this motherfucker gives me a card. He's like, "Hey, call me. You can start Wednesday." I was like, "I'm not even from here, bro. What the fuck?" I was like, I can't even do this anyways. But yeah, I have his business card. So I was like, well, shit, if I know I'm in Fort Walton and I need a job,
you got
fucking
one.
DJ at a strip club.
Nice place up there. I like it.
Yeah, I was like, fuck it, dude. I'll do it. That's why I like my adventures, though. Y'all were freaked out, but I was like doing so much crazy shit. Like,
dude, I was like down.
I'm
always down for the strip
because you already gave us warning. You already gave us warning. Like, he's like, "Don't mind me if I disappear." I was like, you know what? I've been through this before. Like, he's good. He disappears. Like, I ain't gonna worry.
I saw his Snapchat.
Like,
he's like talking to
me and Danielle already said, like, we got your boat. We're gonna sell it. Give your kids some of the money.
I was like, man. And then like, I I don't even remember the Snapchats, honestly. Like I was
Dude, you
up.
were like, I'm going to the strip club. Everybody, I'm walking by myself. Watch me. Like the whole way through. And then once you got there, no more Snapchats. Like, the fuck? You left us hanging. I wanted to see inside.
Well, no, so like I was actually recording in there and I have the pictures and stuff.
Where'd
I
you
was
go? Did you
recording,
go to Sammy's?
Yeah, I went to Sammy's.
As soon as I pointed it out to you.
Dude, I fucking went. I went.
We
I have
already knew
no
that's where
regrets
it
at
was
all.
gonna
I
go.
fucking loved
We
it.
already knew it.
I loved it. They were like, if you go across the street, that's where all the shootings are. I was like, what the fuck? Like in Fort Walton? Like they're gangbanging over here on fucking tourist island over here? Like what
Right.
the fuck?
Anywhere there's a military base,
Well,
there's
yeah,
always shooting right outside.
yeah, and you know,
Anywhere
like,
you go.
and here's like, and this is why I hate drinking, because like a whole nother side of me comes out. So actually some of the Marines from IW, like during the hike, they showed up and I was like, yeah, you know, like, yeah, my brothers, you know. So I'm like getting really shit faced with them. And I just remember this guy just looking at me and saying, fuck you. I was like, oh, you know, and I did like the Robert De Niro, like, fuck me, you know, like, fuck me, you know. So I was like, he goes upstairs and I'm like just drinking. Like, I am so mad. I was like, I don't even know why I'm even pissed off right now. So I'm drinking. He comes downstairs. He's all happy and shit, right? And I was like, oh, well, this guy is happy. Now he's about to be really pissed, you know, because I'm about to fucking say something. So, you know, and that's like the number one rule around me. Like, no disrespect. Everybody's on a good level, right? And so when he said that, like, I got so fucking mad. And that's why I don't like going places by myself, because I like have like that battle buddy like presence to like kind of keep me in check. But like when I asked him, I was like, you know, I was sipping my Corona. When I sipping, I just chugged it. I said, hey, bro, did you say fuck me? And I slammed my beer on the fucking counter. And he goes, oh, no, I didn't say nothing. I was like, oh, okay, that's what I fucking thought. And after that, dude, like, I was just like, dude, I got to get the fuck out of here. And then next thing you know, I can't really say what happened right after, but I just remember I got in somebody's car and I just woke up the next day with them. So
Sounds like a good night.
it was fun, dude. But it was dangerous though, because I was like, man, like, I just turned 30. I want to see 31, you know, like, and I'm over here
What
doing
is it
stupid
with
shit.
guys? Just always have to be all macho and always have to like start shit. What is that? You know how many freaking fights like broke up and it was always guys? I will not ever break up female fights. They're catty, man. I won't do it unless they're
Female
fighting
fights
like
are worse. Because you could talk me down, but I've never seen a female calm the fuck down after it already started. Like, I'm like, dude, I will knock you out. Like, if you don't calm down, you know. And I'm like, I don't even hit women, but I'll knock you out. So that way they know that I'm serious. I mean, I won't do it. I won't hit them, but you know, like, I'm just like, that's how mad I am. You know, like, you better calm down. But I've never met a woman ever, whether it's in the military or out here. Like, once y'all get started, like, that's it. Like, there's no fucking holding y'all back. That's why, like, you'll never see me stop a girl fight, because it's gonna happen regardless. Like, it's gonna happen either then or
she's
it's
gonna fight
happen in
you.
the morning.
If she doesn't get to fight who she wants to fight, she's gonna fight somebody, and it's gonna be probably be you.
Yeah, no shit.
They're ruthless. That's why I won't break them up. They're ruthless. Females are ruthless. I felt like a guy though. I don't believe in the hair pulling or the clawing. I felt like a guy.
Well, and you know, like, what's crazy is like, so in AIT, there's this guy. I'm not gonna say his last name or nothing, just in case. But we're in AIT, and you know, our first sergeant was a.
Where'd you go to AIT?
Right? And Fort Lee. Okay. Yeah. So I was out there. I'm 92 Fox Petroleum Supply, if anybody's asking or wants to know. But so I was in Fort Lee, man, and you know, our first sergeant was a Ranger, and you just see the Ranger tabs and shit, right? So I'm like, dude, fuck, like, we're fucked, you know, it's gonna be rough, you know. And sure enough, like, PT, this dude was like, you know, if you can't fucking hang with me, you know, you're fucked, whatever, right? And this dude's like sprinting like fucking 12 miles, like nothing, you know. And so anyway, so we have like a lot of tryhards, you know, like the PT studs and shit like that. But the thing is, all these people are Army good, but they weren't brought up in the streets or like know anything about the streets. and they have that false sense. Like they put on that fucking American flag on their shoulder and they think that they're badasses, you know? But I'm like, bro, like I was a badass before I got in this motherfucker, you know? And so this kid, he's from Ohio, of all fucking places, fucking Amish Town, Ohio. And this kid, like, we were mopping one day and he was like, shut the fuck up, Rodriguez. And I'm like, what? Like, bro, what? You know, like out of nowhere, because you know, we were telling jokes and stuff. And he's like, you're always saying something. I was like, yeah, because I got a lot to say. Duh. You know? And so he gets in my face and I'm like, bro, if you don't get away, dude, like I'm going to fucking like choke you. Like get the fuck away from me. Mind you, we're in uniform, you know, we're cleaning and stuff, whatever. And this dude, like, just like he tried me, man, you know. And so I was like, hold my mop, you know. So I was like, here, you know. And so I was like, Luther, here, you know, I fucking hand the mop. And he was like, don't do it, Rodriguez. I was like, I fucking grabbed him and I fucking slammed him on the wall. I was like, the next deal I'm gonna do is fucking punch you, dude. Like, stop, you know, like it's not about being tough or nothing like that. It's just like a lot of us, like we grew up making a name for ourselves, you know, and just because like, you know, we're somewhere else, we expect the same respect, you know. But it's and it's crazy because like in the veteran community, there's a lot of people like that. They're like-minded like that, you know. And it sucks because, you know, then you have the ones that they just believe in themselves in their own heads and they don't care for nobody else, you know. They're not mindful. So, you know, it leads to like us fucking trying to be this macho fucking, you know, this macho man for no reason. You know, at least that's what it looks like, you know. But me, like, dude, I've been bullied my whole fucking, you know, younger years, man, you know. So I've earned I've earned where I'm at in life, you know, and I'm not gonna go back. I'm not gonna get bullied. I ain't gonna let nobody fucking, you know, talk no type of shit to me, you know, because I've earned my shit, you know.
Yeah,
Like,
but at the same time, like in the military, it kind of humbles you. Like we might have grew up hotheads and like anger, right? But then you learn how to like hold yourself back. And like I
yeah,
think as
yeah,
adults, I think what you're like we were originally saying that men can hold themselves back and then most of the time women can't. But I
yeah,
think as veterans, now we kind of think like, okay, is this fucking worth it? Like or
Yeah.
just
yep,
even just
Gotta
not even
choose your
just veterans, just
battles.
being an adult now, you know? Especially all
yeah,
the shit
yeah.
that we went through.
Oh yeah, and
So.
see, like, you know, I'm realistic,
Hey, come here.
and
Okay, tell us about that. You're re-enlisting. Okay,
yes,
so
yes.
when and
So
as is it still gonna be 92F or like
So I don't know. I'm trying to go aviation.
mhm.
If we can
Nice.
find a fueler like slot for me, because I'm doing reserves. If I can find a fueler slot between here and Florida,
Mhm.
I'm gonna put in for like a aviation, you know, like mechanic, you know, AIT or whatever. And so
That's what's
that
up.
way, my end goal is, you know, in 5 years to be a pilot, or at least try to. If not, then I could be a mechanic, you know, aviation mechanic or whatever for like Apaches or Blackhawks or whatever. Because out here we have like a lot of helicopter leasing businesses around me. And then all the bigwigs, like, you know, if you're on these, you know, these helicopters, they pay good, they tip good. I mean, you're just basically with them, you know. So if I can tap into that on the civilian sector of things, then you know it's gonna work out for me. Um, but I'm so scared because it's like a new army, man. Like when I got out, like it was at least still tough. Now it's like super fucking soft, and I'm like, do I really want to do this again? You know? But I'm
Always give it
like,
a little bit of try. I mean, you never know. I mean, it's reserves, you know. So reserves between active, I don't know how much difference is gonna be,
I don't know.
you know.
I mean,
So you're gonna
I'll
do
put
the
it this
Army
way.
and not Air Force then for the aviation?
Well, yeah, I mean, because the Air Force, I don't even think I can be looked at from the Air Force, honestly, because I have a GED, and just a lot of shit like the waivers and stuff that I had to get because I had a PI when my god brother passed away. I got a PI because I was so like depressed, you know,
Mhm.
and I tried to actually plead the case to like, hey, like please drop it. It's just like one of those things. I'll never do it again. But it stayed on my record. So now I can't do anything medical, even though my ASVAB is high enough for like a lot of medical jobs. but because I have an alcohol charge, I can't do a lot of jobs that.
Dang, really? Just for
Yeah,
public intox? Like I have one of
yeah,
those.
Mm.
And I
yeah,
have a
and
top
it's weird
secret
because like,
clearance. Like
I mean, it's not
Mhm.
I mean, it's something worth looking into before you decide because you're like, I don't know, but you don't know unless you try. So
Right.
yeah,
just go check it out because you don't know unless you look at it. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Because everything is different now, right?
yeah,
So circumstances and stuff like that, you and years past and everything like that. So you got to look
yeah.
at the circumstance and like you haven't done anything since, you know, like
Mhm.
so I don't know. Go check it out. I mean, you never know.
Yeah, well, and I mean, I think I think best case scenario either way is just do this contract and then try to move around.
Yeah.
Because I'm at 8 years, it has to be 10 years from the time that the PI happened. So I think that'll,
Okay.
if I switch over and do this and that, a lot of waivers. There's gonna be less waivers, right?
Yeah.
Because I've also been in jail just for traffic tickets and stuff like that. Um, but so it's like,
Damn, Houston don't play, huh? Is it in
fuck
Houston?
no, man. So
I went
and
to jail in Galveston. So yeah, I know.
well, yeah, I was in Brazoria County. And and what's crazy is like, I had my secret clearance whenever I was in. I had all that shit, but um, there were certain jobs in which they didn't tell me because once I picked Fueler, they're like, okay, they got me in the bag, so they're like, fuck it, he's not questioning if he could get any other jobs. I chose it because like I work around petroleum, everything around here. There's pipelines running everywhere.
Yep.
There's petrochemical companies down the road. I mean,
All the oil
I can go
industry.
work. Yeah, yeah, exactly. So I did that because I don't need college because of it. I can apply and get an interview tomorrow, but that's where, you do the board interviews, this and that. And that's where your college comes in because they want somebody with a degree. But I have experience. So I think sometimes that trumps it. So usually like in being selective, like for these positions, I get pretty far, I just don't win because, somebody knows somebody that knows somebody. So,
Yeah,
but
experience is good, but they do also look at education as well with experience. I know for when I got on the outside, they like that I had the experience, but they like that I got the degree as well.
yeah,
So it is just an added bonus of why I got hired one more up than somebody else did.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it
And for
just
the
depends
longest,
too on the resume and like who's hiring
Yeah.
because
yeah,
you never
yeah. And for the
know who's
longest,
on
I
the
was
other side.
actually I wanted to actually be a lawyer for the longest, and just because I love to argue and shit like that. But I also know like a lot of laws, Texas laws, and I was like, dude, I'd be like the perfect fucking lawyer. But the thing is, I'm too nice. I wouldn't be making no money. I'm like, oh, bro, you okay? I got you. Let's go to fucking court. I
Do
got you.
everything
I'm gonna
pro
get you.
bono.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I
pro
got
bono.
you,
Everybody's
homie.
like,
Let me
it's like you're
argue
the
for
poorest
free.
lawyer out there. I'd be like, yeah, yeah, I am. I help too
Well,
many
no, I
people,
mean, like you can go work for veterans lawyer. There's the legal aids for veterans, do that way. You
Yeah,
still
because they're
get a
grant funded and
paycheck.
they make a lot of money. They make a
Yeah,
lot of
they
money.
do.
No, they don't. The
Well, no,
lawyer that
because
I
so
know that does the legal services for veterans, he doesn't make a whole lot of money. He used to when he worked for the
for,
prosecution, and then he went to legal aid services for veterans. He makes like a third
see
of what he used to
over
make.
here, I talked to somebody. I forgot what the company is. But basically what they told me is, because I asked them, I was like, hey man, y'all doing pretty good. He's like, yeah. So they're breaking 120 a year.
Oh, nice.
But
Oh,
they're
maybe
grant
it's
funded.
different. I don't know.
Yeah, they're grant funded, and they're like, we don't need these cases. We can get
Yeah,
paid
because like
anyways.
I
But
think well, I thought like I understood that it was like a more nonprofit because they don't really take money from veterans. It's only like a little bit,
yeah,
that
so the way that they explained it to me is like if you come to them, it's a free service because you're a veteran, and I don't want to say they're technically a nonprofit, but it's somewhere along the lines of something like that. I forgot
they
how
get
they
a lot of
explained it,
grants or something.
but yeah, but they get a shit ton of grants, and they're able to
Okay.
cover like hundreds of veterans a year for free, and like literally trial, like everything, like pre-trial, trial. I mean, you name it, they're doing it. So, you know, so all that, and then of course, I mean, I have my lawyer buddies anyways out here. You know, outside of that, so like, I mean, I know they make pretty good money because one of them has like a fucking $500,000 boat. So it's like, must be nice, you know. And I'm like,
Nice.
shit. He's like, he goes, man, you need to get in a personal injury deal. And I was like, yeah. Oh, I was like, "There's probably some, you know, money into it. And sure enough, this dude's like, so like in Arlington or Fort Worth, they had a freeze like 2 years ago. The same freeze that hit us hit
Well,
them.
yeah, the same thing hit us. I was living in Oklahoma, so it went from like all the way Oklahoma, like all the way down to like Houston, and everything was like
Yeah.
froze over -30. Like, what the hell? It was
Yeah,
bad.
exactly. So you know what I'm talking about. So you remember when all them 18-wheelers like basically killed like several people?
Yeah,
Well,
that was in
his
Dallas,
firm,
right?
yeah,
Mhm.
his firm was one of the ones that put like this fucking deal on a whole wreck, and I think they won it or whatever. And like I know they're still like figuring shit out, but like there's money in it. And he was like,
Yeah.
it's shitty, you know, but he's like, we're trying to get paid, but we're also trying to get people paid
Oh,
because
yeah.
we do care. But he was like, but also you can't get too personal with it because every situation is gonna be fucked, you know. And I was like,
Mhm.
sounds pretty interesting, you know, because I mean, I like helping people already, you know. Even though I just told a couple fight stories, I love helping people.
That's the beauty of being a
This
veteran
is a
in the
crazy
military.
testosterone, I believe, with
Well,
guys. They just
we
gotta
It's
fight.
like,
we can fight.
it's
Don't
like,
fuck with us, but we'll help you if you need it. Like,
yeah, no shit.
you
It's
know.
like, dude, I will
Mhm.
fucking rock your jaw, but I would love you at the same time, you know.
Give you a hug after.
You know, and it's funny because like, so like I've been training, I've been doing MMA for a little bit. I stopped, and I had a fight lined up for January, you know. And I'm like, man, if I go to AIT though, I won't be able to do it. And I was like, you know what? I'm only gonna be 31. I've accomplished a lot of shit already. I have like several years of training. I just gotta tighten it up, you know, drop some weight, just get swole or whatever the fuck, get stronger, you know, and like continue my goal and shit. But then I was like, fuck, man, I really gotta go get hit in the face. Cause like I could fight like whenever my adrenaline is rushing, right? Cause I won't feel nothing. But when it's like training and shit like that, I'm like, fuck, man, I gotta go box this dude. And like we're just training and stuff. So like, you know, there's no adrenaline dump. You know, it's just like
Yeah.
no adrenaline. You get hit in the face and the shit fucking hurts, you know, and you're like, damn.
Well, I
You know, and then
kinda
afterwards you're like, do I really want to do this for a career? Like, damn,
No,
that's
you know.
no, I gotta tell you because like I remember training and we were, you know, in the academy and we had the knives.
okay. Tell us what branch you were in, Erica, and where you were
Oh yeah.
training.
Oh, Army,
Mhm.
MP.
Mhm.
But this is the civilian, it's a civilian story when I was in the academy doing
Oh, okay.
for police, of course.
Mhm.
But we get our taser knives, you know, and you know, we're training, we can't get hit with them.
Mhm.
God, and I hate it. And I remember I kept getting zapped with it, and it was like pissing me off. And this guy, I was like, "You're pissing me off." So one time, I was like, we were on the ground, and he zapped me with it, and I just kicked him clear across the room. I was like, I was done with it. I was just like, he just goes flying.
Oh my
Dude,
god.
I
I'm
heard.
never gonna forget his face, and it was like just slow motion. His body just. I was like, I told you not to do it again.
You know, I heard combatives
No,
like
it's
after level
adrenaline.
3.
And I
Yeah.
didn't
Oh yeah.
care. I'm like, I know we're trading, but like it's adrenaline. Like I didn't care.
Oh
And
yeah.
plus,
Oh yeah.
and plus, I just really wanted to freaking kick him really hard too.
Oh my god,
Because he was annoying.
that's fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Well, I think everybody has that. Like when you train, it doesn't matter what it is. There's always gonna be somebody that's fucking annoying, you know. Because like so. Funny story. I was
Well,
doing jujitsu.
because
I
like
was.
they couldn't beat me. And
Yeah.
they were always trying to beat me, like everyone in class. You know, the only one that could beat me, of course, he was an ex-football player. He was fucking huge. He's the only one that could beat me. You know, like when
Yeah.
we had to do combatives or whatever, of course he's the only one that was gonna be able to beat me. He was freaking like 3-4 times my size.
Well, see, like
And that's the only reason why I didn't win the combatives with those. Like we were like all like in this group, and I don't even know how or whatever. but it just ended up being me and him. And of course I lost, but like, hey, I came in second, whatever, out of like everyone else. So like everyone was always trying to get me for being a female, and I was that good. I loved it.
That's
I love
fucking
doing
hilarious.
it. So, I love training.
Okay,
But I
I'm
couldn't
not.
do MMA just because I can't get a hit in
Hold
the
on.
face.
I'm not sure how long we've been recording, but I'm gonna go ahead and stop right here, and then I'll restart. So we're gonna have a part 2 to this. Okay. So if
Okay.
you're here right now, listening, watching our podcast, go ahead and hit up www.VeteranTrashTalk.com. You can find our shop there, shirts, we all our other podcasts, and you could trash talk with other veterans on there. So hit up VeteranTrashTalk.com. You'll find us on all platforms: Spotify, podcasts, Apple Podcasts, and on YouTube. So thanks a lot for joining us. We're gonna have a part 2 here. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys.